Lautimuia, over the weekend there was a video clip by one of the Samoan sailors, Taulapapa, that went viral, claiming that a lot of Samoan sailors employed overseas would like to come home, and that they have relayed this request to the Samoa Shipping Services, but it appears that the company is not responding or have abandoned them at this time of great need. Your response?
And I'll start with the numbers. I think I'll start with the numbers. At present, there are a total of 321 seafarers, Samoan seafarers, working on both cargo and cruise vessels. Now, from this 321, 35 of them have completed their contracts. 286 are still working. Now, the video clip that you mentioned was done by one of the sailors that have completed the contract, which is part of that 35.
Part of 35.
Now, the government through Samoa Shipping Services has duly advised and informed the sailors of the arrangement that has been done with the employer company to ensure their safety. Now, this 35, as per norm, this 35 was supposed to return home upon completion of their contracts. Unfortunately, when the contracts were completed, the COVID-19 pandemic was declared, and so most of the ports, including Samoa and New Zealand, were locked down. So we specifically requested to the company whether we could keep our sailors on the vessels for safety. What we didn't want to happen is to allow them to come during the spread of the pandemic, and then they'll be stranded at the ports of those countries where the virus is very strong and widespread.
So it's for their own safety?
It's for their own safety. The company, we were very fortunate because we were not the only country that actually requested. Samoa was the only country that was granted permission for the sailors to stay on board for safety reasons. Now, we actually begged the company for this arrangement to ensure the safety of our sailors. So our sailors, these 35 sailors are still housed on the ships, on these vessels, free.
No cost?
No cost at all.
No cost to them?
No cost to them at all, until the lockdowns and the flights are reopened, and then we'll bring them back home.
So, from the numbers that you've just relayed over, there's 286 still employed, still working at this moment. But from those numbers, have there been any other sailors that, despite their employment status, or from the 35 on the cruise ships, that have relayed or indicated that they want to come home?
The 286, that is 90% of the sailors that are on. That 90% of the sailors, the Samoan seafarers, are still working, and they have no intention of coming back home at this very moment. They are well informed and well advised of the consequences if they are returned home at this time. So they are very willing and very patient and very willing to complete their contracts, their employment contracts, and they will be returned upon completion of their contracts. With this 35, even the 35 that have completed their contracts, they were well informed and they are very well aware, even the unsafe consequences if they are allowed to travel home at this particular time. Now, I can assure that the seafarers of other nationalities that were allowed to travel during the time of the pandemic, we have been assured that they still haven't reached their destination to date. Now that's exactly what we didn't want to happen to our seafarers, and that's why we specifically requested to the employer company to please keep our sailors on the ships, even if they complete their contract, keep them on the sea for safety.
So there's regular contact between the shipping services and the employers, the companies, as well as our own Samoan sailors.
There is daily contact, and we are constantly in contact with the headquarters of the employer company, and for reports and updates on the situation of our seafarers, those that are employed and those that are on board that have completed, ended their contracts. Now, not only that, but we've also been in direct contact with our sailors themselves. And we wanted to hear and confirm from our sailors whether the reports that we are receiving from the employer company are true. So we are in contact, our government through Samoa Shipping Services is in contact with the employer company, and is also in contact on a daily basis with our seafarers that are on ships.
There's also been information that of all our sailors, they're getting the best of treatment in terms of medical care. They're getting daily tests, but there's been reports that 5 have been tested positive but have so far recovered. Could you clarify?
That's true. 5 of our sailors were tested positive. Now, part of the protection measures that are in place on the ships is that the crew, every single crew member, is tested every day. They're tested twice on a daily basis, in the morning and in the evening. Now, 5 of our sailors, they're all on different vessels. Now, and they're in Europe. 5 were tested positive, but have now been tested negative again. Now, when they were tested positive, we were assured, not only from the headquarters and from the shipmasters themselves, but from the sailors that were affected. They were physically well. There was no difference in their physical abilities.
They were just considered having mild symptoms.
Yes, it was. So they actually fell in the 80% mild of those with a mild condition, and to date, all 5 of them have recovered and are being tested negative, and now they are back to work.
Okay. Now that have you addressed this sailor with his video clip? Have you officially responded to him and his allegations outlined in the?
Thank you, Nate. He actually, this particular sailor, he actually emailed us of his wish that he wants to come. He wanted to come home. We explained to him thoroughly the consequences and what we have arranged, and the fact that he would never be, it would be very risky for him to travel at that time, because not only that Samoan borders were locked up, but most of the countries that he would transit through, they're all locked up. And we did not want him to be stranded in an airport. We don't know when. So we explained to him clearly. Now, watching the video, this video clip on the night, the only matter that we actually took out from the video is the wish of this sailor to come home. That's all. Now,
Him alone.
All the other allegations that it's not safe, it's totally untrue and unfounded. Now, the other sailors on the same ships and the other sailors, the 286 other sailors can vouch for this. And most of them, and even all of them, are quite unhappy with this video clip because it has created worry with their families here. And they have contacted our office saying that it's not true. And they have also contacted their families to give their families the assurance that they are safe and they are well and being well looked after on ships.
Any last words of reassurances to the families, local families of the sailors, as well as encouragement to our sailors still employed overseas?
Well, I think this is a great opportunity to ask, respectfully ask the families of the sailors here, to keep in contact with the sailors. It's not an easy job. It's very risky, and that cannot be denied. The nature of the seafaring work, it's risky. It's always risky. There's always that element of risk. But what the boys need, what these Samoan seafarers need, is encouragement. We need to constantly be in contact with them and give them words of encouragement. And that's why I respectfully ask the families to keep in contact with them, keep praying and keep in contact with them and give them words of encouragement. Now, our government, through Samoa Shipping Services, is also doing the same thing. We are in contact with them on a daily basis, not only the sailors, but also with the employer company to ensure the safety of our sailors and to ensure that all necessary safety measures are taken to ensure that our sailors are safe and secure while they're on the job.